Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And able to get this out to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Mixon last week: 14 carries, 63 yards.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Whenever we call a game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review. After review
So
the play,
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. Shifts by him, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Browns at 10-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Watson. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. It's 7-7 here as the kicks. Probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Burrow will throw. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 yards. First down, Cleveland.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On third down, Felton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
No signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. They shakes him off. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Can't really fault the coverage. The ball was tipped and popped up in the air, but they were unable to complete the tip drill for the interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. Felton. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. After the run, Watson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half. And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on play action. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. They tried to go with a little play action there, but no. Defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case,
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.